Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium. You walk in this place, you can feel the echoes. So many epic moments have unfolded on this field. And today, the Fighting Irish hoping to reawaken that in this big contest. Today, it's a top 25 matchup. Two teams off to good starts, hoping to build on that and test themselves against another ranked team. And we'll see the number 14 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Seminoles will kick this deep to start us off. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Noles.
Boy, that's a 14-point swing on the opening drive. Instead of worrying about giving up points, not only do they come up with this interception, but to take it into the end zone, they're an extra point away from really giving their offense an edge.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick-6 last time out here. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And that one's picked off. What a play. Look out, he's got some space. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
This guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Good enough for first down yardage.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
And the Seminoles are in the red zone. Handoff heading left. The tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. They'll run the option. The back's got it on the pitch. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. Looking to throw. It's Silva. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play. So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. So it'll be a chip shot from the right hash mark. And this one is right through. And they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. This one will be fair caught. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Eludes a tackle. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
You know, all week the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
It's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. 1st down now. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. And at 1st down, they go right back to him. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, is unable to hold on to the football.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Short pass finds the tight end. But a huge hit by the linebacker. What a tackle.
Now the defense plays it pretty well. Force the quarterback to make the throw in front of you as a defense. Then you square up and make the tackle. Force them to do something special after the catch. That tactic works here. Now we've got a 4th down.
And the returner is brought down. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? They're going to run it here. A juke to man, but not much room to maneuver. Stopped after a small gain.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back, it's Silva. Missed his receiver, it's incomplete. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. He's escaping the pocket now. On the run here, taking a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Uses the stiff arm and gets past the marker before being taken down.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Finding some room at the 25. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down. Well, he finally goes out of bounds down inside the 10, but that play sets up this offense in good scoring position.
It sure does. What a great play of creating momentum for this offense. Now you want to see if they give this back a chance to put it into the end zone now that they're first and goal.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
From the 9-yard line, it's second and goal. Fine for the touchdown on the right side. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
PAT puts them up 17 now. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Notre Dame offense back onto the field. They came up empty in the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. First down, looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
This quarterback didn't have much time at all. I thought it was going to be an easy sack for the defense, but he shows you his strength and his athletic ability and instincts to be able to pull out of that, somehow avoid the sack and get rid of the ball.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Just great timing here with this quarterback and his wide receiver to pick up this first down. And really over the years, that's what Notre Dame's looking to get back to consistently, is being able to complement what they can do by running the football and to have a quarterback that can drop back and make a throw like this and keep the sticks moving and keep his offense out of harm's way.
A completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Here's the option play. Pitches to the back. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Caught over the middle. And the ball to the ground. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery.
Oh, the defense makes a huge play. They were able to poke the ball away from the receiver, but the offense was quicker to get to the ball, so they retained possession.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
After the incompletion, they'll line up now for 3rd and 5. From the gun, he looks for an open man. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
What's going on, guys?
You need 5 yards here on 4th down to keep the drive alive. Quarterback drops back. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. We've seen you able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Short throw complete to the tight end.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
We come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Back to throw. It's Silva. And here comes a deep shot. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. And there's the handoff. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
That's the end of the first one. With the score, Florida State 17, Notre Dame 0.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
That's a big-time play by this wide receiver from Notre Dame. You think about Notre Dame teams that have been able to get up into the national scene. They've always seemed to have a difference maker out on the perimeter, going way back to Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket, who is dynamic, most recently Chase Claypool. You got to have somebody out on the outside that can make plays to have a chance of winning these big games.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They'll try the right side on the toss. And they're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed, ability to diagnose the play, blows it up.
Looking downfield, it's Silva. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
Boy, another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a first down and keep this drive alive. I'll tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Weinke and Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward. Man, so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got it. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving them multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
And the Noles pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Returner decides to fair catch this. Notre Dame offense back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. He pulls it in for a big gain. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down at the 42.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure. It's allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
One play, and they're already past the 40. First and 10.
29 Philly.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield of the 48.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
On first down, it's play action. Quick throw to the left side, and it's complete downfield. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
On the set.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this first down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this 4th down situation.
So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. And that is no good. And it's still a 24-point margin after the miss.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field.
Get set, get set.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. Offense showing a bunch formation now. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. Motion now from the tight end. To throw, it's Silva. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
So off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 3. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Tackle, but 1st down.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
The Noles getting set on 1st and 10. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Pass caught. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the 1st down marker.
The back catches it on that play, Chris. Kind of looked like a receiver on the way they designed that play, and I love the toe tap at the end. He's in bounds. Nice game.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Snags the quick throw. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. This line getting set up. It's a first down play.
Easy.
Linebackers making some adjustments now. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Christian, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that previous play. To the air, it's Silva. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Oh, that one's picked off. And he's got some open field ahead. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
The Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback making some changes at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. The receiver looks it in. It's complete. The defense wraps him up after a 6-yard gain. Brings up fourth down. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. They went for it and failed on fourth down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here.
Cricket.
It's an option look. He'll toss it to the back. And they bring him down, but not for 4. He picks up the first. Good execution on the option.
I can't believe the call here by this offense. A lot of teams, they're not going to keep it on the ground in this situation. 4th and 1, 4th and inches is one thing. But they needed more than that here. And they line up and hit this defense right in the mouth and pick up a first down. Give a lot of credit to the big boys up front for making that happen. You talk about confidence booster going forward.
Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the market.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Notre Dame has moved now into the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Not much on that play, brought down short. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Offense hungry to convert here in third down. They don't want to send out the field goal team after what happened in the last attempt. On third down, it's a handoff. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame needing to convert this fourth down. From the shotgun, drops back. He's got it. That is enough for a first down. Stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now. Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's first and goal. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Okay.
Second down and goal.
Pound 55 weak.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to pass here on second down. Takes a quick grab. And he will be stuffed for no gain. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Trying to throw for it on third and goal. And the pass is complete to the tight end. And the defense tackles him in what should be the final play of this first half. Minna's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half.
Number 18, set to kick it off.
And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
And the Florida State offense will take over. First and 10.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Dropping back, it's Silva. The ball is caught. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's a risky pass. He gets away with it. Almost the second interception for this defense today.
Well, this defense has this quarterback rattled. An interception the last series. He almost threw another one.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Finds an open target on the left side. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
That's a design quarterback keeper. Powering right past the defender. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Again, makes it second and medium. Dropping back, it's Silva. Oh, the pass is picked off. And he'll step out of bounds, but that is a huge takeaway for this defense.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Now it's 2nd down here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion, an open man downfield. The ball is just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
Oh, and he cannot hold on. A chance at a 4th interception by this defense here today. Does bring up 4th down. The punt team making their way on the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Running through the tackle. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Play action fake. Looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Back to pass. It's Silva. Throws it to the right. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Going the other way, can they stop him? And he steps out at the 3. Couldn't quite make the end zone, but a great rip.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the 2nd half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
What an opportunity here for quick points. 1st and goal from the 3. Looking to score with a wide receiver handoff here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position and were able to stop that reverse in its track.
So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 7. Looking to score with a run to the right. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
They're getting closer, but they're obviously thinking that this is 4-down territory. At this point in the game, trailing the way they are, they've got to come up with a play to put this ball into the end zone.
Still looking to put something on the scoreboard. They break the huddle on 3rd and goal. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Catch hauled in here over the middle.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice game.
Met kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the coverage team ends it in and brings him down. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Well, they try the middle, but stuck for no gain. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Silva. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
But good job with the offensive line giving his quarterback time to throw. And you can see the damage he can do to you when he does have time. A great throw and something you just kind of expect in Tallahassee. A quarterback that can make throws like this.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Handoff to the back. Running with purpose. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's looking deep here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And an explosive gain moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 42.
My gosh, this receiver is outstanding. A huge play for this Florida State offense. And tell you, you and I have been coming into Tallahassee a long time. We've seen some great receivers. Guys like Johnny Wilson, most recently, a big, tall target. Anquan Bolton could do everything. Maybe one of my favorite players of all time, Peter Warrick. And going back to Fred Biletnikoff, who played, of course, in Florida State.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. It's a quick grab. They make the tackle, but the gain moves the ball to the 28.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The Seminoles line up on 1st and 10 now. To throw, it's Silva. And it's incomplete. He dropped the first down pass over the middle. Second down play coming up for this offense. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
And the Seminoles are in the red zone. And the wideout goes in motion. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Important second down play coming up. Hands it off on the counter. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And the defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards of the completion, but now it's 4th down. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. Long enough and good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after adding to this big lead, they are set to kick it away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Second down play coming up. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Quarterback looking to scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, I thought the defense had him here, Chris. He should be down in the backfield, but instead he gets out of the pressure and actually picks up some positive yards.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Florida State 27, Notre Dame 3.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Notre Dame.
So it's third and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take a lead in this game at some point.
They'll kick it away here. Fielding the punt, looking to improve field position here. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. He's a dangerous returner. Found a good lane there. They finally get him, but excellent field position at the start of this drive. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The last possession, they were able to milk some clock and add 3 points to the scoreboard. Breaks loose at the 40. Moving right through the contacts. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down.
I mean, it seems like every time this guy touches the ball, it's another big gain. This poor defense, it's just not been their day at all. What a dominant performance by this offense on the other hand.
It's a solid run, gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Handoff in a single back formation. Runs right over the defender. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
And the Noles are in the red zone now. Ball handed off.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The Noles have first and 10 here. They'll run it to the left. Will he score here? Touchdown, Noles. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
PAT is good as they build on this big lead.
That makes the score. Florida State.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? They'll tackle them right at the 31.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. He hands it off from the gun. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of it. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. That right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff from the shotgun. Tackled after a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Only gets a couple of yards there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Gain of 2. 4th down. Coming up.
The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Now, Notre Dame.
And the punt team now on to kick it away. Looking to flip the field here. And this punt heads toward the sideline. Doesn't travel very far. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Here's the second down play. Here comes a handoff. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
The Seminoles begin a new series here, 1st and 10. And it's a kneel down. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And the quarterback just kneels down. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. And the quarterback just takes a knee. Well, this one ended up being a blowout. They get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here today.
Yeah, I thought this game would be a lot closer, at least closer than how things ended up. But give credit to this team for coming out with a good game plan and just dominating the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.